Man, oh man, we got a spicy one out there for all of you guys today. Welcome back to the channel. Thanks to everyone who's been subscribing and leaving comments, especially on these kind of things that are very fun to discuss. Recently, we talked about Twitch and their branded content policy update that was, of course, walked back, or at least we think walked back, within about 48 hours due to severe backlash. It is now Nadeshot giving his thoughts on this on a recent Thieves podcast. You should check it out because he did not hold back. And one point that he made, a couple points that are at the very least, interesting to discuss, is he says, I don't know why Amazon is so concerned about making money with this and why they're pinching pennies with these kind of updates. He does admit maybe some naivety as to why they are making these choices. But when you are Amazon and you hold the future of the streaming and gaming platform that Twitch truly is, like who knows what gaming is going to become? We have to imagine it's only getting bigger. When you own what could be such a pivotal piece of the future of gaming and you're squeezing it and milking it dry right now, that is what Nadeshot is questioning as to why.
It's not as bad as I would have thought it to be when you explain it that way, but they're clearly trying to own and operate any advertising that happens on Twitch.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like they don't want people taking percentages from third parties. They want every streamer that is broadcasting on Twitch to have to go to them for advertising dollars, and they don't want their platform being used to line the pockets of the creators as free as we have been for the last the last decade.
It's a continuation too of the whole controversy over the 50-50 versus 70-30 split, and them incentivizing creators by being like, oh, you can run more ads, you're going to get paid more. And this is just a continuation on that.
They're tightening up all control.
Yeah.
Yeah. They want to be the judge, the jury. They want to own it all, and it's either their way or the highway. It's basically how it's being laid out.
Yeah.
And I can't imagine that this is the last of policy changes that we'll see over the next few years.
Mm-hmm.
They're losing money from the service that they provide, or they're not making enough, I should say.
Yeah.
And they're, as a whole, and this is kind of like the problem that I have with Twitch and the policies that they're rolling out. I know that this is not as simple as I'm about to say, but when I think about Activision and the CDL, I look at Twitch the same way I would with, it's Amazon. Jeff Bezos is the richest individual. Look, I know that has nothing to do with it. My point is, Amazon is a fucking monster that will never be stopped. Why? Why did you buy Twitch?
Get more people to sign up for Prime.
Exactly. But on top of that, you own the central hub to gaming content and gaming culture. Why do anything to disrupt the perception of what you just bought?
Mm-hmm.
You were in the good graces with the entire gaming community. You don't need Twitch to be unbelievably profitable. This does not need to be a money printing machine for your publicly traded company. You are making enough money. And that, to any businessman or woman, might sound like just absolutely fucking stupid coming from my mouth. But my point still remains the same. Yeah. You don't need to fucking pinch pennies with this property, with this entity you own.
And I actually love that comparison point because obviously it feels that Twitch, and with these recent updates, taking back the 70-30 to 50-50 with the increased ads of the platform, the gigantic layoffs for the platform because this tech industry and gaming industry are suffering altogether. And then this update, which yes, has been walked back, but wanting more control of the advertisements placed on their platform for their streamers. I agree. It seems that Twitch is making these updates that's just trying to squeeze what they can and make what they can now, when in reality, think about the future 10 years from now, what gaming could be. And from Justin TV to Twitch, they still play such a huge part in gaming and streaming. Whether you hate them or love them, it's true. So why now? Why make all of these updates that clearly are shifting people's opinions on Twitch, maybe for the long term? Like, this could be turning away people from Twitch for life with the decisions they keep on making. That's how harsh this is. He goes on to also make a really interesting point, again, just a talking point out there, about Twitch's failure to adapt as a streaming platform. This might even be more interesting than the first point about monetization, them squeezing money where they can. But when it comes for comparing Twitch to other social media sites, Twitch's lack thereof of adapting to the times of short form content and being able to get viewers on their platform besides when they are watching a stream live, because the far majority of us, we only go to Twitch to watch things live, and then we go everywhere else to stay for the rest of the day. That's for a lot of people out there.
If I were higher up at Amazon, I would just, Twitch would be my like blue chip of cool. Like, we own gaming in some capacity or another. We're well positioned for whatever gaming turns into over the next 20 years.
Mm-hmm.
Why continue to shoot yourself in the foot? And maybe the revenue that they'll get back from tightening up advertising policies and the 50-50 to 70-30 split, there's got to be something I'm not seeing. But if I'm making decisions over at Amazon, and they're for good reason I'm not, I wouldn't do anything to disrupt the status quo. I mean, what's happened now, Twitch is just trying to choke as much money out of this thing because I feel like Thanos, they can't live with their own failures.
Mm-hmm.
Brother, look at how quickly Instagram, Snap, Facebook, YouTube, look how quickly they all adapted when this short form wave of content started.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you could say Instagram copy and pasted what Snapchat was doing with stories, and then you could say Instagram's copy and pasted what TikTok was doing with short form 30, 60, 90-second videos. But YouTube did the same. I know they're sunsetting stories. I didn't even know fucking YouTube had stories, but they still have shorts, which is performing really, really, really well.
Yeah.
Brother, Twitch set out to fight the good fight of long-form VOD content and short-form VOD content years ago, and they were asleep at the fucking wheel. I don't know anybody besides rewatching past broadcasts and maybe sometimes exploring clips that uses Twitch for anything other than watching live streams.
Yeah.
That is a huge fucking failure by the operators of Twitch.
Mm-hmm.
And listen, if I'm like this, if I were the former CEO of Twitch who stepped down a couple months or a couple years ago, I don't know the amount of yellow tape that exists internally at Twitch coming down from the directives of Amazon. Like, maybe it's a really, really hard place to navigate and really hard to instill changes and adapt with the time. No matter what, from the outside looking in, the only perspective we can have is it was a failure. And now, because they weren't able to change the things they needed to change to compete with everybody else, they're just tightening up on anything and everything they can get to bring more money back into, Twitch's revenue.
But is there ever a way that Twitch can utilize, VODs for us to go back on more short form content? Nah, we've talked about long form content. Is that really possible for Twitch where they're at right now in the space, competing with all of these big dogs? It doesn't seem likely. They still hold such a special place for a lot of people out there, but what they are known for, streaming, has become maybe a bit tainted with what they're trying to do with the product. And I'm very curious where they go from here, how they steer this ship or re-steer this ship right back in the direction it's supposed to be going, or that people hope that it is going to start going. What do you guys think about this? Nadeshot did not hold back and brought up some very good talking points about what Twitch is going to do and what they have been doing. So what do y'all think about it? Till next time, we'll catch you back here sometime soon. I'm sure we're not done talking about this. Till next time, take care. Okay, bye.